There comes a time in life when you realize no one is coming to save you. No one will wake you up at 4 a.m. and tell you to go chase your dream. No one will believe in you when you stop believing in yourself. And that's when you discover the truth, that everything you've ever wanted will be built alone. They call it loneliness. But what it really is transformation. Because every person who's ever become great, who's ever built something real, had to walk a lonely path first. That's the cost of greatness. It's the price of knowing that the higher you go, the fewer people will understand you. When you work alone, you face every distraction. The noise in your mind, the doubt in your heart, the silence in your room. But that silence, that's where your power is born. Working alone doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're building strength no one can see. When you have no one clapping for you, when your phone is silent, when the world doesn't even know your name yet, that's when your story is being written. You become your own coach, your own critic, your own source of motivation, because no one is going to hand you success. You have to take it, inch by inch, rep by rep, moment by moment. There will be nights you'll question everything. You'll stare at the work in front of you and wonder if it even matters. You'll feel the weight of silence pressing on your chest. But remember this: silence is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's in silence that you meet the real you, the version that's honest, raw, and unfiltered. The world is full of noise, opinions, comparisons, expectations. But in solitude, you finally hear your own voice. And once you hear it, you'll never want to go back to the noise again. Solitude is not about isolation. It's about elevation. It's about creating a space where you can feel your rhythm, like an artist painting in silence, like an athlete training when everyone else is asleep. You learn to move in harmony with your own flow. There's a science behind it. Psychologists call it the flow state. It's that moment when action and awareness become one. When time disappears and all that's left is you and the work. That's the beauty of working alone. You're not performing for anyone. You're just creating, becoming, evolving. Most people never experience this. They fill their lives with noise because silence scares them. They run from being alone, not realizing that every breakthrough they're searching for is waiting in the quiet. Alone is where you stop thinking about how others see you. Alone is where you stop chasing validation. Alone is where you start listening to your own truth. It's not easy. You'll feel fear, doubt, boredom, frustration. But each of those emotions is a doorway. And when you walk through them, you start to build something no one can take away. Self-belief. So if you're working alone right now, in your room, your garage, that tiny apartment where no one sees your grind, don't you dare think it's for nothing. Every second of effort is adding up. Every lonely night is building muscle in your soul. You're creating something that will one day speak for itself. Because legends are not made in crowds. They're built in silence. In the shadows. In the unseen hours when no one's watching. Ambrigue. Working alone is not a punishment. It's preparation. It's where you sharpen your blade. Where you build your rhythm. Where you train your mind to dance with focus and not fear. And one day, and when the lights finally shine on you and the world starts clapping, you'll smile. Because you'll know exactly where it all began. It began here, in the silence, when no one believed but you. Remember this: the power to change your life isn't found in the crowd. It's found in the quiet moments when you choose to keep going, even when no one's watching. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what makes you unstoppable. Stay focused, stay patient, and never be afraid to work alone. When you work alone long enough, you start to hear things. Not voices from others, but the voice inside your own head. It asks you the hard questions. Why are you doing this? Who are you really? Do you still believe in what you're fighting for? And most people, they can't handle those questions. So they run. They fill their silence with distractions. Social media, comfort, fake validation, but not you. You stay. You sit with your thoughts. You face the war inside because you understand the mind of a warrior is forged in solitude. But discipline is built when no one's watching. Motivation fades. Excuses whisper. But discipline, that's the fire that burns when everything else dies. It's waking up when it's dark and cold and still showing up. It's choosing progress over pleasure, focus over comfort, purpose over people. Anyone can work when it's easy. Anyone can grind when there's applause. But only the few, the chosen few, can keep pushing when there's no spotlight, no cheer, no reward. You know what separates the great from the average? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's consistency. The quiet repetition of effort when no one gives a damn. While the world sleeps, you build. While they doubt, you plan. While they scroll, you move. And that's why you'll win. Because every lonely night you endure, every sacrifice you make, it's turning you into someone unbreakable. Someone who doesn't need permission. Someone who doesn't wait for opportunity. Because they create it. Working alone is a test, not of your strength, but of your spirit. It asks you, can you keep going when no one notices? Can you build without validation? Can you trust yourself when everything feels uncertain? That's the battlefield of solitude, and only those who fight through it become dangerous. You see, people think being alone means being lonely, but loneliness is when you need people to feel complete. Solitude is when you realize you already are. When the mind goes quiet, you begin to hear the rhythm of your own work. Psychologists call it the flow state. It's that sacred space where action becomes effortless, where your mind and body move as one. Time disappears, doubt disappears, and what's left is pure focus. That's why isolation isn't punishment. It's clarity. It's where you refine your purpose, sharpen your instincts, and realize you don't need the world to believe in you because you finally believe in yourself. You will all lose people. They'll call you distant. They'll say you've changed. And they're right. You have. Because you've chosen growth over comfort, and not everyone will come with you to the next chapter. That's the rule of elevation. The higher you climb, the fewer people you'll find beside you, but the view from the top is worth it. So let them talk. Let them misunderstand you. While they stay comfortable, you'll stay hungry. Because the journey of working alone isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you can. You'll have nights when you break down. Nights when your dreams feel too heavy. When your doubts scream louder than your hope. That's okay. Breathe. Sit with it. Because that pain you feel, it's not a signal to quit. It's a sign that you're changing. Growth never feels good. It's uncomfortable. It's confusing. It's lonely. But it's real. The world was never built by people who waited for company. It was built by those who worked alone. In basements. In empty gyms. in silent studios, until their vision was too loud to ignore. Remember, you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up every single day. Keep building your rhythm. Keep showing up when it's hard. Keep listening to that small, steady voice inside that says, "Don't stop now. You're closer than you think." Because this chapter, the lonely one, the quiet one, the one where no one clapped, the wafta kanomumis, is the foundation of everything that's coming next. Your strength, your freedom, your success. The day will come when the world finally sees you. When they call you lucky, when they say you changed overnight. But you'll know the truth. You didn't change overnight. You changed alone, in silence, in the unseen hours, when it was just you and your dream. So stay the course, stay focused, stay hungry, because one day the world will see what silence created. In a world full of noise, choose the quiet path, because that's where warriors are made. That's where your power is born. Work alone, build in silence, rise in strength. Every storm ends. Every dark night eventually meets the morning. And when that light finally hits your face, you'll realize the silence didn't break you. It built you. You'll remember the nights no one saw you working, the mornings you woke up before the world, the battles you fought inside your own mind, and you'll understand it wasn't loneliness, it was preparation. You see, greatness doesn't announce itself. It doesn't come with applause or approval. It arrives quietly, after years of unseen effort, after all the times you wanted to quit but didn't. After all the times you had nothing left but one more step. That's where transformation happens. In the invisible hours, in the quiet grind, in the moments where nobody believes but you. Working alone teaches you something no one else can. How to lead yourself. When you have no team to push you, no coach to guide you, no crowd to cheer you, you learn how to command your own will. You learn how to face your fear, how to calm your chaos, how to keep going when your mind screams stop. That's leadership at its purest form, not leading others, but leading yourself through the fire. You become the kind of person who no longer waits for motivation. You build your own momentum. You no longer need the world to believe in you. You've become the proof yourself. And that's the paradox of solitude. The more time you spend alone, the stronger you become for everyone else. Because solitude sharpens you. It breaks the illusions. It burns away weakness. Until what's left is something unshakable. Discipline, clarity, power. But here's the truth they don't tell you. When you finally make it, when success arrives, it's not the trophies or applause that move you. It's the memory of the silence. It's remembering who you were when no one watched. It's knowing you kept going when no one cared. That's what freedom feels like. Not needing to prove anything anymore. Just living with the quiet confidence that you've earned your peace. Maybe that's the real reward of working alone. Not the success, not the fame, but the becoming. Becoming someone who doesn't break when things get hard. Someone who finds light in darkness. Someone who walks through pain with purpose. Because at the end of the day, it was never about being better than others. It was about being better than the person you used to be. Remember that time you almost gave up? That moment when everything in you said, "This is too much"? That's the moment you were reborn. Every scar you carry is a story of survival. Every failure was a lesson. Every lonely night was a step closer to who you are now. Don't resent the silence. Honor it. It shaped you into someone who no longer needs the world to clap. Because your purpose beats louder than any applause. Or curious, you'll start to see life differently. You'll realize that peace isn't found in crowds or comfort. It's found in alignment, in doing the work that matters, in waking up every day knowing you're building something real. That's what working alone gives you. Clarity, control, freedom. The ability to stand on your own 2 feet and say, I built this, I earned this, I became this. So when people ask you, how did you do it? How did you make it through? You'll just smile. Because they'll never understand the storms you survived, the doubts you silenced, the nights you sacrificed. They'll only see the result, but you'll always remember the process. And that's what makes you unstoppable. There's a time to be alone, and there's a time to return. Not as who you were, but as who you've become. When you've conquered yourself, you can stand anywhere. When you've mastered silence, you can speak with power. When you've built alone, you can lead with truth. So walk alone until you no longer have to. Because when you rise from the silence, you won't need validation. You won't need applause. You'll just become undeniable. Work alone. Embrace the silence. Become unstoppable.